Hi there. It's Professor Monty. Let's look at what happens when we multiply the sum and the difference of two binomials. All right, so I've got written up here a plus b times a minus b. It has to be in this specific form where I've got a sum and a difference. The order doesn't matter. We can flip those around because of the commutative property of multiplication. But if I have something in this form, watch what happens. If I multiply it out, I'm going to use FOIL. So I've got a times a is a squared. I've got a times negative b is minus ab. I distribute the b times a is the same as a times b, so I'll write that as plus ab. And then b times negative b is negative b squared. And so notice I just FOILed that out. And I've got a video on FOIL if you need to refer back to that, do so, but that's what I have. Notice these middle terms are the same thing with opposite signs, so they just cancel out. So all I'm left with is the a squared minus the b squared. And so in general, if I have a plus b times a minus b, when I FOIL, the outside and the inside are going to cancel out. I'm always just going to get a squared minus b squared. We actually call this the difference of two squares. And this is something common. Next chapter, what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards from multiplying. We're going to start here, we're going to end here. So at this point, if you want to just FOIL something like this out, notice this first example is in that form. A plus b, a minus b. You know, this has to be the same as this has to be the same as that. 1 plus 1 minus. It fits that form. If you want to just FOIL it out, you can. But you could also use this and say, hey, this fits that form, so it's the first thing squared minus the second thing squared. The first thing was the x, the second thing was 5, so it's just going to be x squared minus 25. And you can FOIL that out to double check, but the 5x and the minus 5x are going to cancel out the middle. So let's do another one. So we say, oh, it fits the form. Notice I've changed the signs here, but commutative property, I can move this over here. So it's the same as a plus b, a minus b. The fact that you have to have 1 minus and 1 plus, order again doesn't matter, but I'm going to have something squared minus something squared. Well, what were the somethings? The first one was the 2x, the second one was the 1. So 2x squared is going to be 4x squared. That sounded weird. Quantity 2x squared is going to be 4x squared. And then the 1 squared is just 1. Done. So it's real quick. Again, did I save much time from FOILing? No. If you feel more comfortable at this point to just FOIL it out, go ahead. But do realize this. We'll revisit this later in a later chapter, again, when we're going backwards. Okay, so hopefully that helps. It's something in your toolbox that you can use or not as you choose.